Okay. So it's crazy, man. I tell you, it's always something. You never catch a break. I dropped that damn thing while I was out there shoveling, and you'd think I'd have some luck. I don't really believe in luck, right? But figuratively speaking, you'd think I'd have some luck, and it would fall in the soft, fall in the air, in the snow. It hit after what I swept away and then salted. It fell right smack dead on the concrete and cracked. Now all of this stuff is up here, like underneath the screen, and I can't even touch the screen. I'm surprised it's not whatchamacallin'. All right, so now you all God is everlasting, right? I mean, I'm just speaking to you all, right? Whomever you are, your God He lives forever, right? I hope so. If you don't, unless I know some of you out there worship men. Well, you know He's not going to live forever, right? But for the most part, for any of you that have any religion with common sense, your God He lasts forever. Okay, bam. So you have an everlasting God, right? All right, now let's go. And there's nothing wishy. I'm not talking nothing sideways here. I'm really honestly asking questions right now. Your God is an everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He created everything, right? Okay. He will not grow tired or weary, so He doesn't get tired, right? So now we all know that, right? And His understanding no one can fathom. Now, as I said before, right? Everyone has to believe in the book of Genesis. Everyone, okay? And it's very important because let me tell you something, man. Y'all know I will say whatever the F I want to say, right? I'm not limited to my speech. I'm not talking Jimmy Fly Snooker, but I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid of any of you. So whatever I want to say, I'm going to say. But that's really, sometimes, it comes to points in time where you want people to listen to you. There's no need always to go, you don't have to be Jimmy Fly Snooker, It's times where if you want to reach people, you can talk at a base level. There's no need for me to say this and say that and all of these things, right? And so my whole thing is you all have to understand, I'm not like many of you all, right? I don't think of any of you all. I swear to Christ. I've really been concerned about some family situations lately, and I had a very busy day today, and I didn't even look on social media yet. I didn't have time. In the morning time I did. I think I went to go check out something somebody wanted me to check out, but other than that, it's like, so I've noticed, like yesterday I've noticed some things, like I'm not going to say that anybody is being any type of social media can do what it wants to do, right? You have people from New York all the way to California, right? No matter the state, no matter the city, no matter whatever the case is, everybody, they're enjoying social media, right? Everybody's having a good time, right? We don't have a long life, right? Many of us have a short life. I've saw some things that were posted in California, some things that are posted here in Philadelphia, some things that are posted in New York, some things that have been posted in New Jersey, some things that are posted in Atlanta, some things that are posted in Houston, some things that are posted in Detroit, some things that are posted in Chicago. Everybody's having a good time, right? Some people, some people in Los Angeles or whatever or whatnot, or whatever the case is, just having a good time, right? Everybody's getting on social media and they're enjoying themselves, right? So, in any event, right, none of you all, please don't believe, not for 1 second, or any of you all, from New York, Philadelphia, all the way to California or Utah or wherever, None of you all, please, think that I'm concerned about any of you individually to that point where I am pulling these scriptures or it's just a little wisdom. Because I know many of you out there are very, very sensitive, right? So I have to be careful now because many people are despising me because I'm preaching the word of Elohim, okay? So, for all of you out there that do understand that God is everlasting and God is indestructible, I also want you all to know something about God. If you are any type of believer in God, under any type of construct, any type of religious construct, do understand it is an entitlement to believe in Genesis and the first and the second, third, and fourth books of the scroll, the Torah, Genesis, and then the Torah. Many people would like to include Genesis with the Torah, but I differ that, and I have proof that Genesis is not the Torah. Genesis is the beginning. Then you have the Torah, but we won't get into that right now, okay? Moses wrote the scroll of Genesis, but he did it. Genesis had already taken place before Moses. So Moses, he lived out Exodus, Exodus, Leviticus, and Bamidbar, the Numbers. Deuteronomy is really a recollection of Exodus. So let me repeat that because many of you don't understand these things, okay? Genesis took place before Moses ever existed, yet Moses wrote the scroll of Genesis. Moses lived out the Exodus and the Leviticus and the Bamidbar, and Deuteronomy is a recollection of Exodus, okay? To an extent, right? But let's not get into that, right? So, Genesis 1:26 says, let us, Elohim is talking. I know you got the word us there and the word our, and it's very confusing because many of you think that there's a group of people, or maybe some of you think it's the Father and the Son talking because it uses the word us and our. That gets really tricky, and I don't have time for that tonight. But it's one person speaking. And I know, well, that's not common sense. Well, we're not going to get into that right now. One person, it's a council talking, right? But it gets real weird, right? And I promise I'm going to get all of these things to you all, right? And you keep saying no, because a lot of this stuff is like it took me 35, 40 minutes just to throw this together. And this is a very basic lesson. A lesson like that and a lesson like the garden that I'm coming out with are very, very, very deep lessons. And they cannot be brought out in any short matter of time with somebody that's semi-busy. I'm not very busy, but I'm semi-busy, right? So I have a life, I have a family. So under these circumstances, I just can't certain lessons just can't be, you know what I'm saying? Not, especially if I want to, and then I have a standard in which I want these messages to be at. So it's not like I'm just trying to rush them. There's a specific standard that I want them to be at. I want them to be very easy for you all to comprehend, yet deep. See, that's how I teach. And I think I'm a good teacher because of that. Because I take something deep, very deep, and I try to simplify it. I make it simple through Christ. And that's a big plus for many of you all out there who are atheists, self-indulged in religion, or those of you who are just absolute non-believers altogether. It's good for you all that I simplify these things, right? Just like I simplified the last lesson, right? So, this God who's everlasting and created the ends of the earth, this God created man in his image. See, that was a jackpot right there. See, it took me a while to lead up to that, but I want you all to understand, this is just a little wisdom. Now, many of you think that you're not supposed to believe in Genesis 1:26. Many of you all. Hebrew Israelites, Islam, Jehovah's Witness, Christians, Buddhists. Buddhists believe in Genesis. Do you know that if you're a Buddhist, now many of you will differ with this. I'll prove this. I can't do it now. But if you're a Buddhist, you are to believe in the Old Testament. You're to believe in the scroll of Genesis. Not all of it. They don't believe in the first chapter. Huh? Well, how they believe everything else? It gets real tricky, right? But we're not going to get into that right now. See, this is the foolishness that I go through. Right? Now, then you have different variations of, it's one religion, but you have different variations of being a Buddhist. Because some Buddhists, they do believe in the first chapter of Genesis. You know, all of this confusion is caused by Satan at the end of the day. But this, all of your God, he lives forever. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. He's always been and he always will be. This same God, he created man in his image. The only people that can get away with that are people that think that they are God and 5%ers and Satanists. If you're not a 5%er, if you're not Kemet, what's that guy? What do they call him? I think his name was Polite or somebody. I haven't seen him in a while, but I knew he used to teach a lot of knowledge on the streets of New York. He used to believe in that Kemet stuff. What's that like that? I have to study more of it myself because I don't want to talk off the whim. Kemetic stuff like that, or let me not talk too fast. I have to, you know. I used to watch him on YouTube some years ago. Somebody said he didn't got rich or something. I don't know what the, but in any event, you can only get away with not believing that if you're a 5%er, if you're into that Egyptology, I believe it's called, or is it called Kemet, or is it called Egyptology? If you're an atheist, see, that's the only way you can get away from that. If you're into something very foolish. But if you're into any religion, because I happen not to think that Christianity and Islam is completely foolish. I don't think it's that those religions are completely foolish. I think they have some foolish things within them, but I don't completely think they're foolish, because many of these women out here in Islam, many that I came across, carry themselves extremely respectfully. One of them, I actually gave a little hand today. She was such a sweetheart. Carried herself with respect. She was dressed modestly. And many women out here don't want to dress modestly. And many of these Christian women still wear Daisy Dukes and always want to show your ass and your thighs and all of that stuff. So in that respect of the religion, it has some wisdom. But in any event, we all know that there's only one truth, right? But I just want you all to know that the Creator, that all of you all created, He created you and me in His image, which means He has 2 eyes, a nose, 2 ears, lips, teeth. Hasn't that been the big mock lately? He has fingers, hands, a fist, knees, backside, a head, hair. He's got kneecaps, chest, stomach. He's got feet, right? And apparently, with all due respect, he's got a manhood too, right? He's got thighs, and he's got wrists, and he's got elbows, he's got all of these things. Not only that, he was pitch dark black, like iron, black as shit, black man. So, I just want you all to know that, because it's at this point where none of you can deny that whomever you all's God is an everlasting God, and he's a man. I mean, you all can refute it if you want to. To refute it is, we're getting too late in the game, I'm telling y'all. Excuse me. We're getting too late in the game. I'm telling y'all, this is getting dangerous. I'm telling y'all, this is getting dangerous. We're getting too late in the game. Have you all, because many of you all have just, in order to get your knowledge, you go to Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or many things like that, but have you all been paying attention to all of these things lately? Supermarkets, shelves empty, and ammo's getting bought up, and just all of these things. Are you Negroes not paying any attention? Because them white boys is paying attention. And they're not even paying it. Many of them are not even paying attention because of the scriptures. You Negroes are just ignoring all the red flags. But you quick to come on Instagram, though. You quick to come on Facebook. You quick to Twitter, right? You quick to do all those things. Okay? That's all I want y'all to know. Now, I have some other very good scriptures, and I told y'all I saved the best for last, okay? This is not going to be more than 3 episodes. The next one might only be 15 minutes. Okay, then I got to get out of here, right? Let's go to, and remember I told you I have something in parentheses to go along with every scripture, how I want to explain the scriptures. The reason why I brought up this, reason why I searched for the scriptures in the first place. It's just a little wisdom. Okay? Let's go to Jeremiah 33. Is it 33 and 3? Jeremiah 33 and 3. Okay? Jeremiah 33 and 3. And it reads, call to me, and this is the Father talking. Call to me, and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. He's going to say, let me repeat that. Elohim says, call to me. Many of you don't believe that you can do that, do you? How many of you don't believe that you can call to the Most High? I'm telling you all right now, it's getting too late in the game for this foolishness. It's getting too late in the game to be stupid. It's getting too late. Some of you hate me more than you love the truth. I'm going to repeat that again. Let me repeat that again. Some of you hate me more than you love the truth. Damn. I don't think many of you understand the magnitude of what I just said. A lot of the prophets and the apostles, they deterred people because people couldn't stand them. They never did anything to that person. They never did anything derogatory to these people. But niggas, and I'm talking about niggas in general now, because you have to understand that the prophets and the apostles, they had many enemies amongst niggas, their own people, because we have to go through you all first. You all are going to inflict enough punishment on us before we get to the white boys. See? Or before we get to anybody else. See? So, God is going to say, call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great things. Tell you great and unsearchable things that you do not know. Did you know I know a lot about science without studying science? Now, I want to repeat that. There's many things that I know about science without having to study science, without ever reading these things. Like some of the things that I spoke about or some things I spoke about Wednesday, without ever researching it. So those of you who glorify in your science, and those of you who glorify in your scientists, it's getting too late in the game to be stupid. I'm not considering feelings right now. I'm sorry. I am, because I'm not being very, I'm just telling you all that those of you at this point in the game, it's getting too late in the game. It's getting too dangerous to not be somebody, to not be in union with Yahusha. It's getting too dangerous. It's getting too late. Don't despise me to the point where you don't want to hear the truth. That's dangerous. It's dangerous. The prophets and the apostles are not supposed to cater to you all feelings. We're not supposed to cater to the public. If you have a business or deal, or if you're selling something, or if you're a public image or something of that nature, then you all have to appeal to the public. But me, in my line of work, I am falsehood in my line of work if I appeal to you all. If the majority of you like me, then I'm not doing my job in my line of work. I am not teaching the scriptures properly if all you Negroes love me. I'm doing something wrong. If you all are, if I'm not coming to you all's mind every now and then for you to be irate, or to be angry, or to just want to do anything and say anything at this point, then I'm doing something wrong. But yet I love you all. If you're a black man, or if you're a black woman, I do not hate you. I love you. And that's one of the reasons. It's not the main reason. Now, I'm not a hypocrite, and I don't go back on my words. My balls don't drag like Moses' balls. Moses was a hell. Now, I don't worship Moses. Moses is some of your hope. Some of you Hebrew Israelites and some of you who are in other religions, Moses is your hope. Moses is not my hope. I don't lean to Moses. I lean to Christ. But we can't diminish Moses' nutsacks. We can't do that. That's not fair. Moses said, and them niggas was wicked. Woo! They bum rushed Aharon, Moses' brother. You, the ancestors of us Negroes, bum rushed Moses' brother. See, many of you are not reading the scriptures properly. Because I understand the scriptures may not say it in way today's terms. Because it says that they gathered themselves into Aaron. So many of you read it, or they gathered themselves into Aaron. Many of you think, well, that means that they just walked over to Aaron and said, hey, Aaron, make us some. No, no, no. See, you have to understand, Aaron was afraid. He was afraid. He was afraid of the ancestors of you niggas, because you niggas are dangerous, especially to your own kind. All of this gangbang, shoot 'em up. Now, I have to watch out, because many of you, that's your bread and butter. All that super Jimmy Fly Schnucker, super gun flying, super gunfly talk, empty the clip talk. All of that making many of you a lot of money. And I have to be careful now. See, because some of you are becoming irate secretly. You're bottling up this anger. Man, I wish he shut them. Man, this just music. It's not just music. No, it's not. Satan, the greatest trick that Satan has ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. That Jimmy Superfly Snooker gun talk is not just music. It holds heavy influenza. I know, that's the flu. I just wanted to put a little twist to it. It holds heavy influence on the minds of the young people. How many carjackings has been going on down here in Philadelphia? Young folk, please leave. Please, I'm an old man. Please don't come up to my car. I'm not, you know, I just want to go ahead and live my life, man. I don't want no trouble. Okay? But I'm just letting you all know that, like, this here, already, my wife said something earlier to me. I think she said this, it was the 13th. How do I know it's the 13th? Because she said we're only 13 days into the new year and we had 20 murders. That's 1.33% murders a day. Or 1.15% murders a day. One murder and 0.15. Okay? So 13 days into 2022, 20 murders. Right? Some of you all say, well, you know, we'll stop this. Because we don't teach our children the commandments. And many of you all, with your diamond hard mind, as much as I tell you all over and over and over again, it happens generation after generation after generation. Why? Because the children aren't being taught. And many of you all still consider whatever that you all are engaged in, whichever walk of life, whichever culture, whatever your religion, whatever your mind frame is, whatever you're into, whether it be yourself, whether it be cars, whether it be hip hop, whether it be rap, whether it be movies. Some of you just you know, some of you are drawing pentagrams in your basement. It's getting too dangerous. It's getting too late in the game, and I'm telling y'all, more and more and more and over again, the prophets of Elohim and the apostles of Christ have told you all, and you've ignored us. I'll be right back, probably about 15-20 minutes.